Hello, everyone. So it's been weeks, over a month since my last video. So let me just give you a summary of where I am, what's going on with me. So basically, I have breast cancer, as you guys know, and I had it in both breasts. I had HER2 positive in the left breast and HER2 negative in the right breast. But we're going to leave the right breast out because the right breast had a low ENCORE score, which meant that chemo was not suggested. So, but my left breast, which is HER2 positive, is an aggressive cancer, and so chemo is required all the time, 100% of the time, if you have HER2 positive breast cancer. So I had a double mastectomy, had both breasts removed. I have expanders in because I'm going to get an implant the end of April. So my treatment is double mastectomy, and then I have Herceptin, which is a targeted drug, and Taxol, which is a chemo, for 12 weeks. So every week I get these two drugs infused through my port, which is here. I don't know if you can see it. You can see the scar, but it's right here. So that has 12 weeks. So I have, Wednesday will be 8 out of 12 weeks. So after that, I start taking just a hormone, the targeted therapy, the Herceptin, for the rest of the year, for the 9 months to make out a year. And I'll start taking hormone blockers for 5 to 10 years. This is going to be a lifelong fight. And when you think of a lifelong fight, that doesn't mean I'm not going to live. I have this saying on my wall that says, life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's learning to dance in the rain. So I'm learning to dance in the rain. My last chemo will be March the 1st. So that weekend, that Friday coming up, we're going to have a big celebration with my family and friends to ring out. So basically, just when at the end of your chemo, you ring the bell. But it's not going to be the end of my fight. It's going to be the end of the hardest part, which is the chemo. So we're going to let the chemo go. So with that being said, I was going to tape every week, but basically every week has been the same. I haven't had anything drastic happen to me. For instance, there's no change in my taste buds. As a matter of fact, the steroids make me hungry and everything tastes great, and I put on 15 pounds. Everybody else loses 20, 30, 40 pounds. Me, I put on weight, so so that happens 2 days after I take the chemo because they give me steroids, and they have to give me steroids because that keeps me from having an allergic reaction to the chemo. So I'm basically for 2 days eating everything that's not nailed down because it all tastes great, and my thing didn't change. But let's talk about what really did happen on week 7, which was last week. My hair started falling. So here we are. Here is my locks. I love my locks. And they started falling. I do believe that they may not have failed. I may not have lost my hair. My locks were very heavy and it pulled, and so big clumps was falling. So I just took the scissors and started cutting it. And the ladies in the pool, I've always talked about the ladies in the pool, my headscarf. One lady that has been through a double mastectomy, Patrice, who I said is now my adopted daughter, she gave me this. And the ladies came up with several scarves and hats, to carry me over. And I'm not feeling the wig right now, so the scarves feel really good. So, like I said, March 1st is going to be the ring the bell, and then I'll start the rest of my journey. So guys, I'm doing really well. I'm not having any really bad days. The 2 days after chemo, the day of chemo and the day after, I take a sleeping pill because the steroids keep me awake. And also I try not to stay up, so I'm not eating on 24 hours a day. The other thing is I take something, I have to watch my sugar because my sugar spikes. Now I learned this, I told you guys about the site on Facebook. Breast Cancer Support - I Got This. I learned so much from that site. I can tell you I learned 60% of my information from that site and the other 40% from my oncologist. And like I said, these are women from the United States, Canada, and the UK. And whatever your question is, they jump to your assistance and will share information, you know. So if you have breast cancer, I strongly suggest you become a part of this. They told me about icing. Now, my oncologist agrees to it, but I didn't hear from her. They told me about my sugar was spiked for 2 days after. And so I have some insulin just for those 2 days, just in case it spikes. So when I say spike, mine spiked to 250. Mine had never been that high, ever. You know, I am diabetic, but I have controlled diabetes, and my numbers is like 120, you know, so 255 or crazy numbers like that, but it's only for 2 days. And when my chemo is over, I will no longer need the steroids, so that will stop happening. So we just need to be in control, you know, for the rest of these weeks. And as I said, Wednesday of my 8-week, and then I'll have 4 more sessions, and then I'll be done with chemo. But like I said, I still have a journey ahead of me. And there's so much that happened over this month that I didn't record. So hopefully I'll get on here and I'll, you know, bring you up to bring you up to snuff a little at a time. So basically what we have left is we have my ring out ceremony, which will be March 1st. And then the end of April, we have my implant we'll put in. And then as I get on these hormone blockers, I hear they can make your bones ache and things like that. So I want to share that information with you. But Taxol has been hard on some people. For me, it has not been hard. The hardest thing is losing my hair. And the rest of it is I've been able to go to the pool and do aerobics. I was expecting my white blood cells to go really down. So far, thank you, Jesus. My white blood cells, they call them my fighting white blood cells. They got on their pink gloves and they're going to town. So I'm good. So I've been able to go to the pool and do my aerobics at least twice a week. And I'm doing really good. So that is my update for today. And I'll try to get more information. I'll try to be better and get more information out. So you guys that's going through this can do your fight and be prepared. But I'm saying join some support groups that have a lot of ladies in it. So they will have something that you have, and they will be able to share with you firsthand information. And that's what you need for your fight. Now, if you put questions below, I'll read them and I'll try to put them in the next video. Thank you and have a blessed day.